Like speaking of VC, the person probably with the most VC in the hip hop game, the most Hall of Fame badges, better known as K. Dot Kendrick Lamar. The album
Sir.
dropped, bro. Like, how are you feeling on the
Yeah.
inside? Now that it's finally out.
Wow. So I feel as though he spoke to a lot of people. He did it through rapping. Like he dropped knowledge through rapping. You know what I
Like he
mean?
normally does,
And
but this is
you gonna feel it.
like a level 5 course though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is no. This is 35-year-old Kendrick. This is what I expect for 35-year-old Kendrick.
Word.
Mm.
Right.
Wow, he's 35 years old, bro. Like that's I mean,
Web, are you gonna
bro,
are you
we're
gonna grow
old.
your hair out like him? Like he did it at 35. Are you gonna grow your hair out? Web?
No, never that. I mean,
Wow, Richard.
um,
Trying to go for it, though. Wow, Richard.
I mean, the crazy thing is, man, is like I've only been able to really actually fully listen to maybe 2 songs off the album
Disrespect.
because like
Disrespect.
so
Really?
I've heard the different I've heard every song, but I haven't really listened to it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Right? Like it's like in the background, it's playing. I'm like, oh, I caught a bar or that, but then it's like I kind of confused. Like, oh, did that bar come from this song or that song? And so it's like, the sound sounds good. Yeah. So spell it.
Spell
Yeah.
Spell it. Spell it.
That's crazy.
Ambiance.
I see.
Spell ambiance. Yikes. How you feel about the album, Wayne? Yikes. AMBIENCE.
But yo, can I speak?
I think. Go ahead.
But no, yo, because I don't want to get too deep because I feel like we're gonna get deep, and I don't know how deep Cap's gonna get from what I listened to. Because I've been listening to this album since it dropped.
Yeah,
I'm the type of person that's person I am. I don't know why. That's how I am because I want to really dissect the album to a point where like I could talk to this man and really pick his brain on how he thinks, especially because it's Kendrick now. So
Right.
I really did it my homework. Just to let you know that, Cap, I did my homework. But
Right.
Other than that, yo, bruh, like I see where he was going with the whole album. But the songs, there's key songs to the whole album that makes the whole album. But I'm not gonna get too deep on it. But the body of work, the bars, we didn't get the Good Kid, Mad City, or damn Kendrick. We got a Kendrick that like really sat back and took his time. He was in Ghana, Africa when he did this, so he took his time and he really thought about his album. So I respect everything he did about his album. That's gonna keep it right there.
Right. I mean, for
I got more to say.
so people, for the listeners, for all 3 reasons that they stated, basically, we're really not going to get into it right now. You know, Dami G, he said he was talking wisdom, he was speaking wise, but this wasn't an entry level course, right? This was like graduate level
It wasn't.
knowledge, and
Yeah,
Webb ain't really get into it as much as he wanted to get into it, and Hugh doesn't necessarily want to get deep, and nor do I, man. Like I think there's a lot to unpack, and we definitely want to dissect it and give it the respect it deserves. So we're gonna hold off on that for now. But I definitely liked it after one listen. I only gave it one listen, but I was driving and focusing on traffic, right? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly. That's the.
I had to get a chance to really sit with it. You know, I really want to take a walk, and like put some respect on it. So
well, and the thing too is like
we swerving to that.
Well, and like Cap, to kind of close it out too, man, is like, with the Drake album, Certified Lover Boy, you could just listen to that. It's really easy listen. But when Kendrick or when like a J. Cole drops an album, they force the listener to actually hear what they're saying. Like Drake, I mean, like, dude's got great music.
Yeah.
Can we say
Simmer down?
I want to say something.
Simmer down.
That,
yeah.
So,
there's
I kind of want to say.
Here we go.
I don't want to say something.
Here we go.
Simmer down. Like I said, there's a lot to unpack. I don't love it yet, but that doesn't mean I dislike it. It needs to be dissected. It's really art. It's more than music. It's very introspective, very honest. So we're going to let it marinate for a week, people. We're going to give it the respect it deserves. I personally don't respect people that already jumped out the gym first day. I wake up at 7 a.m. People already got the quotes on there. Like, simmer down. Like, give it, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't even really capture all the bars the way you're supposed to capture the bars. I was actually kind of annoyed that everybody was sharing the Drake bar, where it's like, with
He ain't even really saying
with the
nothing
rest
in
of the
that bar.
album, that bar is nothing. So, like, I just need everybody to relax. No, we're gonna move on. I need everybody to relax. We're gonna relax. We're gonna give y'all a special in a week or so when we've really been able to sit with the album, so we can really, talk about what it means to him, talk about what it means to us, talk about what it means to hip hop, where he stands now, in the Mount Rushmore and all that. But without further ado, what's it looking like, people? Wish your Captain Sands, aka I'm glistening. It is warm outside. It is.
Yo, it's good, everybody. It's your boy Dami G, aka Mr. Back to Back Episodes. Jeez. There we go. Back to Back Episodes, man. Hopefully, and Mr. Hopefully staying for more.
Cat got sick time.
For sure.
Nah, Cat just got to change schedule. And it's lit. You heard?
I respect that. What up, people? It's your boy LD Wade, aka Big Stepper Hugh. Yes, I said it, Big Stepper Hugh, but not how it's with an A. Big Stepper.
I respect that.
One time.
What's cracking, people? It's Web D here, man. AKA, I'm gonna go back to the classic, man. It's Wilbur Wiley, man. So,
depressed, bro.
my voice. I tried to drink some tea before this episode, folks.
My computer is moving pretty slow, but it's wheelbarrow season, so I think it's only right. It's definitely wheelbarrow season.
Yeah. It is.
You are there in the garden heavy, huh?
I'm about to be, man. I'm about to be trying to get out there before it gets too hot.
Too late.
But it's
too late. This is the Detrimental Podcast, episode 52. Episode 52. Shout out to the listeners, viewers, subscribers, followers, commenters, likers, and the lurkers. If you're new and don't know what to do, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you've been here before, you know the vibe. Thanks for tuning in. We truly, truly do appreciate y'all sticking with us. 52 episodes in.
Yo, bars.
Yo, I got to write them down. They're not off top, but thank
bars.
you. Listen,
bars.
I feel inspired.
Wow.
I was inspired.
Wow.
I was inspired.
I respect it.
Kate, I did it first. I want to give a quick shout out to just all the graduates. There's a lot of graduations going on around this time.
Absolutely.
Shouts out,
high school
man.
graduations, college graduations. Most, selfishly, big special shout out to my youngest sister who graduated from UMass Amherst yesterday. We're all officially old.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, it's
welcome to the club, man.
Cap, since you said that too, my little cousin just graduated from SUNY Oswego. Shout out to my cousin.
Word.
Yeah, big things going on in the family. I'm happy,
Hey yo, Hugh, spell Oswego.
Bruh. Is it OWSAGO, I believe? No.
Yikes.
I'm about to disrespect you, Hugh. Hugh, I'm about to disrespect you. Spell SUNY.
I don't even know. Huh?
Wow.
Spell SUNY.
Wow.
SUNY. Simple, bro.
I thought you were gonna say SUNI, bitch.
I'm gonna say FU.
Disrespect. So soon.
Yeah. Wow. Early.
I mean, we've been gone for a while, so the slander is gonna fly. We haven't spoken at length in a very long time. The disrespect is early. You caught the disrespect in the first 2 minutes. We're already not even 10 minutes in, and just been 3 gunshots. So, welcome to Detrimental Podcast, episode 52. We've been gone for a while. We basically skipped spring and moved right into rag season. It's a smooth 90 degrees outside. So again, please bear with my glistening, people, and I might have to open a window, and you might hear cars driving by. I don't know. It's real. So it's been almost 2 months since the last time we recorded, guys. So I'm going to do my best not to keep time today and just kind of just let it cook. I mean, if we're on a topic too long, then I'll move us forward. But other than that, I'm going to just let us cook. And before we get to our agenda, again, people, we've been gone for 2 months. So real quick, kind of a special cat recap. Aside from this week, what happened while we were away, y'all? A lot happened while we were away in the year 2022 AW, and AW stands for after Will Smith, after the Will Smith smack. A lot has
Oh,
happened. That's the
gosh.
last time we recorded was the Will Smith smack. So what's been going on 2022 AW? Let's do a quick recap. What have we missed?
So Elon bought Twitter, or it's on the verge, or
We're gonna get to
Janet
that
bought
on
it.
the agenda
We're gonna
for
get to that.
sure.
Oh shit!
Dave
Let's
Chappelle
see.
got tackled on stage. Again, this is all
Dave
post
Chappelle
Will
got
Smith,
tackled on stage.
and the man was promptly stomped out.
Yo,
I don't
got right.
I want to call that a stomping out. I want to say he got put into the ground physically. That's what I say.
You get stomped by Busta. You get stomped.
No facts though.
You get stomped by Busta Rhymes. It's over for you.
Right, like I feel like you saw a Timberlake coming your way, and that was it. That was it, bro. Home arm. They say he got 2 left arms now. That's crazy.
Yikes. Other things we missed. The Lakers got eliminated. I don't know if we were here for if we recorded that, but just wanted to make sure that
Yeah, Lakers
hold on.
definitely.
Hold on.
Hey,
Whoa,
hey,
slow down. So I have a question.
Here we go.
Whose team is in the?
Why is he so upset?
Whose team?
Look at
I'm
it.
asking a question. I have a question.
I'm just
Whose
saying.
team?
Why are you so upset?
Whose team is in the Eastern or Western Conference Finals?
you're right, Dom. Let me rephrase. Everybody's team has been eliminated from contention of the championship. So gunshots to everybody.
That
Everybody.
part, yeah.
Everybody's
Because
team that spent
you know,
damn near $100 million.
Uh,
Everybody's team that spent
hey, listen, y'all still stink. Y'all will never be good.
So do you.
But y'all will never be good.
Yikes.
Y'all spent $100 million just.
Y'all will never 0 championships.
That's cool.
Zero.
Speaking of never be good.
Dallas Cowboy fans.
No.
Yes, you guys are.
Stop playing.
Speaking of never be good, Mike Tyson 8-piece to civilian on a plane. That man will never be good again.
No. And he deserved
Never be
every
good.
piece. He deserved every piece of the 8 piece.
Yo,
Every piece of the 8 piece.
it was a smooth 8-piece. You see the video? The hands never gets old.
Yo, bro.
Eight pieces from above too.
Swing.
Like 8 pieces from above. Like
Yo.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing,
Seen
bing, bing.
that Martin
It's a Tyson
movie?
8.
I forget the Martin movie where he was getting attacked by the bee and was dead from above. Like dead from above. It was over for him.
Oh.
It was over for him. Mike Tyson 8-piece to civilian.
Cool.
Other things we missed, a little more serious things we missed. The government is wilding once again. This time in the realm of abortion rights. So boo to everybody on the wrong side of that.
So disrespectful.
I guess notable podcaster. I don't know what to even call this man, but well-known individual Kevin Samuels suddenly passed away. So RP to him and you know, condolences to his family.
RP, rest in peace.
I mean, but can I just be honest?
No.
Cat was wildly disrespectful.
There's no need for it. Just RIP and condolences to his family.
RIP, but he was
That's
wildly
fine
disrespectful.
because we're disrespectful too, and we wouldn't want anybody to say that about us when we pass away. So let's
I
just
don't associate with these thoughts.
Don't do it.
I don't associate with these thoughts.
Other news. And this is me running down my list. So anybody got anything they want to throw out there, please do it.
I got some funny
Well,
stuff.
hold on. So, did y'all hear about the whole Ray J, Kim K controversy around
The part
sex
It was all a
tape
setup
and
from the beginning.
The part 2.
I mean, but
We already knew that.
it was all a setup.
Knew that one.
Absolutely.
Well,
That's not.
so, but the fact that they try to like drag this man again on national TV through the mud.
But that's what they
Dude's got business. I mean, like, you know, like I'm not saying Rage is a mogul, but he's a.
I hear the
black
Raycon
man.
headphones ain't too bad. I hear they're not too bad.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's
Like,
the real question.
I don't know, man.
Here's the real question. Who saw the tape?
Is there a real question?
I did.
We all did.
I never saw it.
At this point, you gotta be. You never saw the tape.
I never saw the tape.
I mean,
I don't like grainy videos. I like my junk to be in 4K. I do.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh.
but listen. It was 07. It was 07. You know how it was in 07. Feel me?
You're right.
Son,
That was high quality 07. You're right. You're right.
It was.
I ain't have internet access like that till I went to college. Feel me? So like I ain't really.
No facts.
No,
My man
facts.
said the buffering and stuff buffering, but it's not buffering.
I'm impatient.
That's I want my.
That was 07 quality right there.
I'm impatient.
Clear it up. What's going on? I gotta pause it.
I'm impatient, bro.
Clear up.
I respect it.
I don't like both.
That's funny as hell, though.
That's it. I want my shit in 4K. Fuck outta here.
Other news: another 4.5 million people quit their jobs. That's 11.5 million total. We definitely need to get paid for this soon, so I can be next for sure.
No. So yo, I feel like it's a new world, And I feel like in this new world, there's so many ways to get money now. I feel like once 2020 happened, everything just shifted, and I feel like it's gonna be ways to get money on the internet, podcast. I just feel like it's new ways to get money and not going to work, doing a 9 to 5 or doing whatever. It's like that's not gonna be the wave anymore.
Well,
The
I need
wave is
them to
gonna
show
be
me.
Listen,
no facts. Me too.
yeah.
But I see it everywhere. So like I it's coming, bro. And I just like be like going somewhere to work is gonna be like obsolete soon.
Because you ain't lying. Because since I ain't gonna lie, since recreational law been legalized, a lot of people actually quit their jobs to start their own like companies or
Yeah.
put stock in that stuff. And like, there's other ways to get money besides actually going to a 9 to 5. A lot of people really just saying fuck this job because
And listen, and there's nothing wrong with going to that. If listen,
there's nothing wrong with
listen,
a 9 to 5.
I work a regular job too, so I'm not. But
We all
I
do.
see it like yo, I see
Right.
I see like kids making mad bread. Like I see like people like older than us like just hopped on the wave and now they making mad bread. It's different though. Like this world is gonna be real different real soon.
I just need to hit that
Watch.
one
Well,
parlay. That's it, and I'm good. I mean,
Yeah.
one good
well,
parlay for me.
I mean,
Facts.
$5 to $10 million, 10,000, 10 million. I'm trying
I
to.
That
don't
I'm
even
first
aiming
know.
high.
bucket.
I'm aiming
That
high.
first bucket.
You feel me?
Well,
The first bucket.
well, so like, you know, like the crazy trend, and Cap knows this just because he works in recruiting, is that young people especially, like people coming out of college, they're getting real choosy, right?
Bruh. Oh my
They getting
God.
real choosy, like mixy, like choosy to the point where they're just mixy now. Like they will basically court the hell out of a company, accept their offer, accept their bonus money, accept any other giveaways they give them, and then the next company say, "Yo, you want to come work for XYZ? Oh, for this much, and you'll fly me out, and you'll put me up in a spot, and then just
Okay.
completely renege on an offer. It's crazy."
Okay, so I have a question.
Professionalism is low.
Do you believe that they know their worth? Do they believe that they're worth the more? Like, you know what I
So,
mean? I'm just
so
asking.
like,
I mean, listen, I'm from the outside looking
yeah,
in. I know this is what you guys do. So
It's
I'm
not a
just
matter.
being an
It's not a
outsider.
matter of knowing your worth. It's a matter of honoring your commitments. If you accept the
yeah,
job and you
that's
sign
what
the
it is.
contract that you say you're going to be at a certain day, you
Oh, it's on
show
the
up.
contract. Okay.
If you
Okay.
accept
Yeah.
the job, if you accept
But
the job, you stop
Okay.
interviewing. You know what I mean? Like it's a level of professionalism that's
yeah,
gone.
Right.
It ain't a matter of
exactly.
not knowing your worth. It's a
Right.
matter of you accepting everything and then choosing up, not understanding the inner workings of how business works. And if you accept that bonus, you got to pay it back.
So,
But we're gonna move on.
so
Go ahead.
hold on. So, but to that point too, Don, just to answer your question,
Yeah.
this group of folks this cohort coming out of college and graduate school or undergraduate students specifically believe that their desired salary for what they believe that they're worth is over $100,000. Like them students, like coming out, they're thinking that in their first job with an undergraduate degree, they're going to get $106,000 a year.
It's just unrealistic expectations.
But honestly,
It's so unrealistic.
but to be honest with you, isn't that how it's supposed to be? Like if you go to school, you do put in all that extra work. Like you don't think that you deserve that bread? Granted, yes, experience. I know through school you do like internships and shit. But like I get that, but like you don't think that like yo
No,
like listen, I did it. I concentrated on this, and you don't think I'm worth the bread?
no, because the reality of it is,
Okay.
the reality of it is, school does nothing but prove you can read and write.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
That
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like because when they get to the
I'm asking.
no. I mean, like, and it's a good question though because I think when I talk, we can move on after this, cat. But when I talk to students and I'm talking to them about like what they're doing, right? Like unless they're doing some kind of like engineering, right? Like
Right.
computer engineering, where like now when they walk in, they're probably going to be one of 2 or 1 of 5 people who do that job, right? And it helps to make the company millions and billions of dollars, right? So then, yeah, those individuals are worth it. But like a person coming out and they're a psychology major or whatever, and they're expecting to get $103,000, no, you have to continue to develop, build, get more accomplishments, and move on.
Okay.
So
Speaking of
Okay.
students,
It's-
Joe Biden still has not canceled student debt.
yeah,
Facts.
ain't never gonna happen.
So that's
I
annoying.
got some music stuff. We're gonna talk real quick.
Go ahead.
That Pusha T album drop. We didn't get to talk about that. I don't know how y'all felt about that one.
Fire.
That was a good album. Cap. I don't know if you got.
I don't really like Pusha T, man. I'm not a Pusha T fan. And it's not because like I just his sound just doesn't click for me. Like it's like a cross between like a Memphis down south dude who wants to rap like a New Yorker, and I just don't really rock with it.
Uh,
So you can
I'm
boo me for
gonna
that.
no. I'm just gonna move
Please boo
on.
that man right there.
I'm just gonna move on.
I got another one.
But no,
I got some more
I
stuff.
personally Pusha T album kind of came and went for me. I listened to it once, I didn't listen to it again. It just wasn't. It didn't catch me on like his other albums. I like Pusha T, but this one I don't
It
know.
caught me, man.
This one I just didn't listen to it that much. I don't know. Just not kind of. It's just not the
I
vibe
respect
I'm in
it.
right now.
Right, I get it.
You know,
I get it.
I enjoyed the album.
Man.
Definitely in rotation, but I got some other
But-
music news. Did I heard about Snoop Dogg? How he really getting paid out here?
Yeah,
No.
doesn't he have
No,
Doesn't he
not
have
that. So Snoop Dogg gets paid $500,000 for a verse, bro. He charges
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
$500,000 for a Snoop Dogg verse.
Yeah, listen.
For
No,
30 words?
No, but listen,
For
know your
one
worth.
verse.
Know your worth.
No, I know. I know.
I was just saying because I thought that I brought that up. Like, how much you think like Hov is charging?
But honestly, I don't think today's Snoop verse is not worth $500,000. Not today. I don't believe so.
It's not.
He's still on some
It's
album.
not, bro.
No, I get that because just having Snoop's name up there gives you something. But
Right.
I believe that Snoop's verses are not $500,000. No,
You paying for the name. You not paying for the lyrics. You paying for the name.
Yeah, that's all you're paying for.
You run back any Snoop Dogg verse the last 5 years, he ain't really saying nothing.
He ain't saying shit
at all.
But that song,
with all due respect.
That's my joint.
So speaking of paying for something, I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
Did y'all pay to listen to the AB album?
Who?
How much y'all pay y'all to listen to the AB album? So Antonio Brown dropped the album, ladies and gentlemen. Antonio Brown dropped the album, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm all set. I'm good.
Like you see, Cat, I brought some of this funny stuff. I just want to see how much would you pay? How much someone pay you to listen to an AB album fully?
I mean, it's just music, so give me $100.
Give me $100.
I'm telling you right now, you had to pay me something because that was just,
listen. I know it's gonna be bad. Just give me $100. It's music. All I gotta do is listen. I'm not doing nothing extra.
He's paying a lot of money for his featured verses. I'll tell you that much.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he got it.
Like,
really?
He got some features and verses on it, but he's paying guap for the features.
Oh yeah. Verses. Oh, of course.
Anybody got anything else before I ended on a unfortunately unplanned serious note? Anything else?
Well, hold on. So, we didn't talk about this in the last pod, but going to some sports shit. DeAndre Hopkins just got suspended for PEDs, bro. Like, I mean,
bugging.
I mean, it's crazy, bro. I mean, like, he's obviously like
he is.
I don't know, man.
And his wife do voodoo. I seen an interview. He basically said his wife do voodoo.
She does do voodoo, bro. She does. She said it.
Tom Brady don't eat bread. He don't eat no sugar. That's why he look like that.
I mean, like, did you guys watch the Man in the Arena? Tom Brady?
No.
It's actually like honestly, it's actually a good watch.
I watch it.
If you got ESPN Plus, because of Hulu or something like that, like their special shows are actually pretty dope.
All right, to close us out, I
heard you wept during the documentary, bro. That's true.
I did.
Understandably so. But to end it on a bit of a serious note, heavy topic, but there's a lot more of that coming. Can't always be fun when real shit is happening. But RIP to those lost today in Buffalo, New York, at a mass shooting in a grocery store. Again, it's unfortunately the second time we had to talk about a mass shooting in a grocery store. And just probably a couple of hours ago today, happened again in Buffalo, New York. So definitely condolences to everybody impacted by that. And
absolutely,
I don't got too many more words on it, but it's just something we have to acknowledge given it happened today.
So like I said, spooky out here, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been that way. It's been that way, and it's just holding true.
It's getting worse though. It's getting worse. Like back in the day, like we never heard people shooting up a grocery store. Like that would be some super odd shit. Like today, like for me, after you said that, like we didn't like really flinch. But like just like 10, 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, we'd have been like, what? Are you serious? But look how the world has changed, bro. It's different, man. Different.
Not only today, but like at least like 3 weeks ago, there was another shooting somewhere else. So it's like that's why it's like, bro, this is crazy.
It's the norm.
Because it can just like out of nowhere, any given day, something can just go wrong. Like in Hartford, they had a carnival over by Pope Park. Just a carnival for the kids. They started shooting that place up. So You just never know where you go. You're gonna be safe nowadays, so you gotta be careful out there, people.
So yes, the world is changing, and this next bit of news will definitely be impactful, I think, on the world. At least the metaverse. So let's get into it. Are you around? Are you around? Are you around? Are you around? So, for those that have been living under a rock, as Dami G said, Elon Musk wanted to buy Twitter. Until recently, we all were led to believe that he already did purchase Twitter, and it was final and official. However, his planned $44 billion purchase of Twitter is on hold for now. But Elon wants to buy Twitter because he wants Twitter to do a better job at promoting free speech. You know, there's a lot of debates just in general about what's allowed, what's not allowed, and things being blocked and banned and so on and so forth on social media. So Elon Musk wants to change that. Are you around for Elon Musk owning Twitter and opening the floodgates for free speech? As simple as it sounds.
AKA letting Donald Trump come back.
Web D, tell me how you feel. Are you around?
I think, but I mean,
Oh, go ahead, Dami G.
I, I think I think it'll be good, because I think he thinks outside the box,
Mm.
and I think we need someone to do that. Like I feel like everyone in, like the offices and stuff, they're all like mad old. Like he's like a little bit younger, but he like thinks outside the box as well, and I think we need that a little bit. So I think that starting with that would be cool, and then yeah, I think he'd do a good job.
But opening up free speech is just gonna open up a lot of floodgates for a lot of shit we don't
Hugh,
want.
talking to the
No,
mic.
I mean,
I mean, open up him doing that is just gonna open up a lot of shit that people are gonna say a lot of shit. It's gonna cause a lot of tension. I mean, already there's a lot of tension in this world, but just him doing all the shit that he doing right now just causing a lot of tension. First of all, with the goddamn air, with the damn space shit and all this.
yeah.
Now he buying Twitter. Now he gonna try to change it for the better. Like I haven't tweeted since like 2010, bro. I don't even
No,
know
I
if I'm
just
gonna hop back on that bad boy like that.
yeah, bro. I don't know, bro. But I mean, we live in America. We're supposed to have freedom of speech anyway.
I mean, we should have
so
freedom of speech,
it's
yes,
true.
but then you gotta think like what Web D said to Donald Trump's comeback. Those are kind of freedom of speech that cause riots.
okay.
It's a double-edged sword for
I,
sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, I
Because
agree with
I
that as
for
well.
sure agree with freedom of speech is a part
Yeah.
of American rights, but there is danger to it in the wrong hands. So
Like learn
Absolutely.
Web D, how you feel?
learn how to use your power. You feel me? Learn how to
Yeah,
use your
I
power
get I
when
get
you
what you're
He-
saying.
or something like that.
I get what you're saying.
Because other than that, you're gonna cause something. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, like, for me, I think I agree with everything all you guys are saying. You know, like, open it up. You know, add some new perspectives, all that good stuff, right? But I think in general, just the social media platforms, the Silicon Valley group and their control, that includes the folks at Apple, right? It includes, you know what I'm saying, is like there needs to be regulation of those platforms, right? That comes from our government, um, to allow and to help create an environment where free speech can be what it is, but also that these organizations, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all these places aren't necessarily, you know, harboring um, echo chambers that create pockets in cyberspace for people to do stuff that, like, the kind of stuff that happens, you know, with mass shootings or like radicalizing someone. You know, like, I mean, like, we all watched that documentary, and so I think that's a big part of this, right? Like, I think, yeah, Elon Musk going to buy Twitter. You know, one would think, oh, that's not a big deal, but when and if he does get his hands on it, because of how manipulative he is, I don't trust him to not take the company private, which I think he said he will do.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely is.
And once he takes you know what I'm saying, once he takes the company private and takes it off the market, then that's when Twitter becomes almost, you know, obviously it's an independent entity now, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a public entity, it's about it depends on what the shareholders and the board says what to do, which is more minds on major decisions. That's why Trump didn't get back. That's why Trump was banned, and it was upheld, right? Elon Musk can now be bought to let Trump back in. He can charge a fee.
Mm.
So I
So
mean, I don't disagree with anything anybody is saying. I guess ultimately, I guess I have to play the middle, probably more on the side of like maybe it's not the best thing because the reality of it is freedom of speech as a right, along with a lot of other rights on the Bill of Rights, came from a very, 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 very different time, right? So, like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. No,
a
absolutely,
big problem
absolutely.
with politics nowadays in general is we hold on to these laws and things written in the Constitution that were written at a very, very different time. Freedom of speech at a time where you only talking to a bunch of hicks on a wooden stage and there's only 30 months there. A little different than when your
Right.
message can reach millions in seconds and
mm-hmm.
impact and incite violence and so on and so forth. Like words really do matter. So while I don't necessarily want to strip anyone their rights in the sense of freedom of speech, I do think that like a lot of other things, it needs to be amended in a way where at least people are held more accountable for what they're putting
Okay.
out into the world. So while
Okay.
freedom to say what you want to say, but ultimately you need to be held accountable. And we're going to get into it like where, people's freedom of speech rights are being or what the words they're saying are being used against them now in the court of law when it comes to
That's a
Young Thug,
fact.
which we'll get to later. So, it's definitely a very,
Street murder too.
very it's not a simple answer, nor is his want to open up Twitter to promote free speech a simple solution. So I'm just hoping
And
that
to
Mm.
it doesn't amount to more
and to
violence.
piggyback off that cap, you know,
That rhymed
all of
too.
our
So sorry, Q. Go
parents,
ahead. My fault.
It
right?
did.
It
Um,
did.
you know what I'm saying? So like, I appreciate it. So all of our parents have probably said to us at one point, right? If it quacks like a duck, you know the whole
Mm-hmm.
saying, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right. Yep.
so you you pay more um attention to people's actions and their words. Elon Musk says he wants to do this, right? But the way in which he acquired 9% of 9% of Twitter, he did it in a distrustful way, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where he got that SEC
Mm-hmm.
violation, right?
Mm.
And so his actions are someone who's trying to be sneaky about something,
Okay.
right? Where he gave himself leverage in the conversation with the board, right? Because now he's the majority owner of the organization,
Right.
right?
Well,
Or he has
Okay.
the largest amount of shares. So like, I don't know, man. I just can't trust him.
well,
Can't
he
trust
doesn't
anybody
know
with
So
that
his
much
so
money if
trustworthy
you're
okay.
not
So
people
doing
quick
it for
question.
anyway.
somebody
So
else.
so do you guys
He,
so do you guys think that Elon Musk is a evil guy?
yes, first of
I
all, he
wouldn't say
does look.
evil.
He looks like an evil dude. First off, he wears baggy jeans.
Yeah, you still
He
would.
wears
What?
bell bottom jeans. He
Bell
wears
bottom
It's
yeah.
jeans,
He
lame.
just looks
baggy
bad,
jeans.
bro.
What
He
kind of
looks
guy?
like somebody I don't trust, but he don't look. Yo, he look dirty to me, but rich at the same time. It's weird to me. I just don't like
So
how
No, no, no.
Q, that's
See, I asked a
actually an
question.
amazing segue. Dirty but
Okay.
rich. So our next topic.
Mm.
Rich people intentionally looking dirty, and spending
I'm
thousands
Mm-hmm.
of
just saying.
dollars on dirty look. Now
I'm
let
just
me
saying.
intro it. So the latest in what you call him, Hugh? What'd you say? Rich dirty? What'd you say? He looked dirty?
Yeah,
Dirty
rich
but
people
Dirty but
rich.
look
rich.
dirty but
In
rich.
latest dirty but rich news, to move off of Elon, Balenciaga is selling severely distressed sneakers, shoes, starting at like $700. These sneakers, look them up,
Right.
people. Balenciaga sneakers. These sneakers look like they were soaked in mud, eaten by a bear, shit out,
Mm,
buried, dug up,
mm.
then reburied. Like beat the hell up does not even describe it, right? It's like
Bro, those Converse that I
Okay.
saw, like they look
it's
ridiculous. Those
crazy.
Okay.
Chucks.
Yo,
So
So
I'm
like
telling
so
we
you,
hold
Eli
on.
got
So
like
hold on.
five
Hold on.
pairs.
Hold on. So like just to further it even more because it's beyond it's beyond Balenciaga is the high level of it, right? But we recently spoke about
Yes.
this in a
hmm
group chat about how lately we've noticed a lot of the young white women are wearing beat up Air Forces, and many of us didn't realize at the time that they were doing that on purpose,
Dest-
right? So like,
Mm-hmm.
Destruction.
why do people with money
Destruction.
want to look poor? Are you around for that look?
I mean, like I think it all started, bro, with like I mean, like with the cut up jeans and the messed up jeans, like that trend.
Grunge.
grunge or whatever you want to call it, like like where you had like the patches in your jeans and shit like that. So I guess that I don't know. I just feel like
Okay.
You know,
Okay, I'm on phone.
I
I
don't
never owned
know.
ripped jeans.
go ahead.
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
I don't
So,
even know.
I
so
wouldn't
hey,
say
here,
fuck
here,
with
so here
it.
goes a
Go ahead.
difference of opinion.
Go ahead.
So I like it until the shoes.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole look, I like it until you get to the shoes. That whole I seen them shoes. That's ridiculous. But what that is the thing now. To look like, I don't know why, but that's just the thing. But yeah, but I like, as far as like, cause like you said, the ripped jeans, something, the shirt look, you know what I mean. But it depends on how you freak it. But you gotta have clean shoes. Feel me?
Okay, I said
But
Simple.
see,
freak it.
you know what's funny about
But
that,
you
Dami
know what's
G? I'm
crazy?
happy you said that because that's a black culture thing. You gotta have clean shoes.
Right.
Yo, I was just about to say
But
Because
that, bro.
it's funny.
oh,
Growing up,
oh,
our main concern was making sure your
Was
shoes
keep
was
my shoes
crispy. We used to
clean.
walk like
right.
ducks to keep the ups from creasing.
But
Facts.
now you got, but like how you said it though. But
Yo, my toes hurt after you just said that.
but what D said earlier?
Bruh.
Well, what D said earlier, is crazy. It's really how the rich dirty. It started with Bill Gates, bro. Bill Gates was one of the richest dudes we knew, right? And home never dressed like he had money. He always dressed like he was what, bummy, right? So that's how I think about it. How Balenciaga is doing it. They're trying to stem to the fact that all these white people just dress bummy, but they rich. It's
I
crazy to me.
disagree. I don't think Bill Gates looked bummy. Like a lot of millionaires and billionaires, they just don't dress flashy. Which I agree with that. You don't
Yeah.
got to be flashy.
You don't give.
You don't just because you're rich, you don't got to
No,
be flashy.
or
Like Bill Gates was never bummy, but like this is
You don't gotta be flashy.
they're
to be
dressing
fly.
like
Let's just say
homeless
it.
people
right.
on purpose. They're buying
So, like,
sneakers
Yeah,
that look
Kanye,
like they're 50 years old for thousands of dollars. Kanye started it.
yeah.
I would say so, because he did, because he had the sweaters. He was the
I
first one.
just-
That's the first time I've ever seen
Okay,
some beat
what
up
if it's
sweaters
the-
and clothes when Kanye did that whole, was it the Kanye fashion line, the spring of
What if
2000,
it's to
whatever he
attract?
did.
Okay, what if it's to attract people? Because you know how the thing is, how rich people, like you said, rich people they look dirty. So what if it's like, okay, if you want people to think you got money, look like this. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe some.
But that's what I'm saying though.
It
But if
could
you
be.
look,
I mean, but it also.
but wait, answer me this question: if you really look like that, full decked out, ripped clothes, ripped jeans, bummy sneakers, you're walking down the street, right? What automatically? Not many people is going to think, oh, he got money. First thing's
Yeah.
going to run your mind is, what the hell?
Crossing the street.
Feel me?
Well,
Right, that's what
or
I'm saying.
I mean, but you also got to think.
respect
I mean, so like here's the. We need to kind of probably move on from this, but here's another perspective, right? Like somebody might wear like those Balenciaga distressed chucks, but then have everything else be super crispy clean, but it's all a part of this kind of.
So what you're telling me is, you know, I'm saying. So what you're telling me is,
It just
got the
depends.
answers.
I think it really depends. I can tell you right now, I'm not spending $1,000 on a pair of shoes that look like I could have bought them from a consignment shop.
They look like
Or
you
from
could have
some other
stole them
consignment
from a
website.
homeless man.
Yeah, like
Yes.
I'm not spending my
Literally
money on
robbed
that.
him.
So basically, what I'm saying, what I'm hearing is,
They lose their functional ability.
but I'm just saying, I got some beat up Hues. You think I can sell them bad boys for $1,000? I'm just
Probably.
saying at this point, because if that's
You put the
right,
price,
Right
you
now,
put the price
probably.
tag on it. You make people think that's what it's worth. They'll buy it. That's pretty much the moral of the story.
I'm about to do that now.
So to close out, are you
Go ahead.
around? Let's get into a little bit more technology. Google. Google's. I don't know. I feel like Google's like the GOAT. Like Google, at the end of the day, with all the apples and metas, Google still kind of, hovers above it all. But Google has recently revealed augmented reality glasses that can translate speech in real time. These glasses, while they're still a prototype, they use Google Translate, the Google Translate app, to listen and then project the translated speech onto the lenses for users to read. Are y'all around for the Google Translate glasses?
Yes.
Of
Hell
course.
yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you be, right?
Yeah, why not?
Y'all heard about
I
these
mean,
shits like a few years
that's
ago.
pretty dope.
But damn, I know it's coming to. I know it's coming to
I'm
real
going
life.
to the Spanish spot and say, Poppy, let me get this. And when he over there saying all this other stuff to his girl, I'm going to be listening. Like, yo, I know he over there talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna need him.
Yeah, you stupid, yeah.
See, I see what you
Yeah.
said now, but
Yeah.
Poppy, the man, come up, yo, come on. So
I'm gonna need him when I'm talking to Wayne.
Yo.
Definitely,
I respect it.
definitely.
um,
I
but
respect
for
it.
honestly, for me, it would be great for me because it would allow me to communicate better with my in-laws because English isn't their first language.
Yeah.
But you know,
Absolutely.
the unfortunate reality of that even is Google Translate doesn't even have their language on there, so still primarily
Oh,
used for me.
What's the language they speak?
Wow, that's
Uh,
that's crazy.
It's Sinhalese, Sinhalese. It's the dominant, the primary language in Sri Lanka. It's only spoken in Sri Lanka. I know a couple of
wow.
choice words and phrases, but um, no, I don't really know too much. So, but
That's dope.
speaking
That's dope.
of languages, it's time.
Who knew? Who
It is.
knew?
It is.
Oh wow.
What's known like people? Captain Trebek, Goon on deck. Show some respect and cut the check. This is another episode of Who Knew. So for this, Who Knew is about languages. So surprisingly to me, there are actually 7,151 languages in the world. It's a lot of languages. Now, what I want to know who knew, because again, Google Translate doesn't have my wife's native language on there. So what I want to know who knew how many languages can Google Translate actually translate? Now, there's 7,000 languages in the world, but the number of languages Google Translate can translate is drastically lower than that. So to give you a range, I'll say below 500. I'm pretty
What?
sure I'm going to venture to
Wow.
guess that Dami G, aka Roomba, sweep the room, more than likely won the last Who Knew. I don't remember.
He did.
So we'll
Yeah.
start with Dami
He
G.
did.
Dami G, how many languages can Google
Uh,
translate? And we're going proximity, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not Price is Right. Okay. What you got, Dami G?
okay. 234.
234. Hugh, how many languages can Google Translate?
425.
425. Web D.
470.
470. Damn. Back-to-back episodes, back-to-back Who Knows, Dami G. Got it up again.
Who knew? Who knew?
The answer is 133. Google Translate can only translate
Damn.
133
Significantly
languages.
low.
Now, I thought it was pretty
Dumb
low
low.
too. I thought it was pretty low too. But another fun fact is that just 23 languages account for more than half the world's population. So a lot of those dialects come from like Africa and India and aren't widely
Mhm.
spoken anyway. So
Yeah.
speaking of languages in general,
Down a
Hugh
little more.
today, I believe, has a patois phrase of the pod. I don't have your drums, but I'll add them in later. Hugh, do you have a patois phrase of the pod for the people? You don't. You're not prepared.
Yes.
Is it suck your mut? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Wow.
Yikes.
Oh. You
I'd
getting
like to
straight
know
to
what
the
that
business,
means.
huh?
I would like to know what that means. I don't know what it means, honestly. I assume I know what it means,
Why
but
would you?
we don't got to get into it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Patois phrase.
Yo.
I didn't think you would have.
I didn't say it. I don't know what it means.
No, that was the.
Was that what it was?
That was it.
Oh, go ahead then. Go ahead then. Hold up.
Oh. Oh wow.
So go ahead.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry. The fact that he actually, that should have been a who knew right now because he would have got it on the deck. Oh snap! I lost the definition because my phone had my phone. But yes, people, Cap, you get an A+ for today.
Thank you.
Good job. Suck your mother. That's right.
Wow.
Just like that.
We're gonna
To
keep
get
going,
disrespectful to somebody, you gotta get disrespectful to somebody right now.
Yo, that's
all right?
crazy. Yo,
It
that's.
is. It's funny.
Listen,
That's a crazy
listen,
one.
folks. Listen,
Don't say this.
listen, folks. Those
to
are fighting
somebody.
words. If
First
you-
off, yes. So
those
first
are
off,
fighting
people,
words.
we're getting into the fight. We're getting to the aggressive aspect of this of the patois phrase of the day. We gotta get you prepared to when somebody's getting disrespectful to you. All right, be prepared to say. Be prepared. If that person's mother is somewhat dead or deceased, they will probably whoop your ass on spot. But if they're not, still be prepared for the other person to whoop your ass on spot.
Yeah,
But what does it mean?
Either way, it don't matter.
But what does it mean?
Just like it said. It's just another way of just saying go suck your go He'll eat
That's
your mother
graphic.
out.
That's wow.
And
Yikes.
Yikes! Wow!
Jamaican.
That
Hey,
is
yo,
graphic.
Wow!
You listen.
that's graphic.
There's a dark side to Jamaican.
That's nasty.
That's graphic. Yo, that's
That's
funny as
nasty.
hell.
That's
Listen,
nasty as hell.
I'm gonna cue the drums
people.
now. We're gonna move on.
I'm telling you right now. Listen, if I would be a terrible teacher if I don't prepare you for the real world, right?
Hey, yo.
I don't want to say it.
That's what your college professors don't prepare you for. And yes, you should not say it, Webb, because you don't look like the type of person that could take a licking from a real Jamaican. Because that's what will happen to you.
Relax.
Yeah, I mean, weapon
Ah,
outside.
We're not gonna practice that one. We're not.
We're not gonna practice that.
Thank you, Hugh.
But I thought it'd be something. Again,
Get off the stage, Hugh.
That will not be the title of the episode.
Stage left,
At
Hugh.
all.
And
At all.
Web D is
Hey, you
on
wanted
you,
to- listen.
bro.
You wanted a friend? Give me a friend.
No, I respect it, but
There's two sides of everything. Jamaican,
How about we flip this? Let's talk about the black hole one first, guys. So,
that's a wild
is-
oh yeah, that is a crazy segment. I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Wow, it's like,
I had to do it.
Yo, Webb, read the room.
Yikes.
I will not.
Alright.
So,
No, you're supposed to read the room to direct it in a better way.
so NASA, for the first time ever, has been able to take images of the black. I'm not really looking at y'all. I'm looking at the notes. Has been able to take an image of an actual black hole in our galaxy, and it's pretty freaking incredible. I mean, I'm trying to see. It's about 26,000 light years from Earth, which is, and the black hole is 4 million times as massive as the sun.
But how,
Yeah.
Sway?
That's
How?
not
That's what I want to know. How?
That's
I don't
scary.
understand.
Real
As hell.
scientific shit right there, bro.
That's scary as hell.
I don't understand.
They named the
Sure,
black
name?
hole Sagittarius A. I guess A, which it means seeing is believing. In this moment of finally seeing something that was always just a fantasy or an idea
Wait.
or model.
But see,
That's a quote from the person who named it. So
but see,
I was about to say,
Um,
Black Hole got information name? That's
because
crazy.
Bill Nye taught me, right? Shout out to Bill Nye. Bill Nye taught me
to that man.
that. What? What did you say?
I said applause to that
Oh.
man.
Oh, I thought you said pause. I was about to say, what do you mean?
hold on, Cap. Hold on. So I was just
Go
gonna
ahead.
grabbing some other part of my note, but so the black hole, because I didn't mention this at the beginning, is in the center of the Milky Way.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm confused because I learned pretty young that if Earth gets sucked into a black hole, then we wrap instantly. So how did they get this footage?
Mega
How did
rap.
they get this footage? How you get a camera satellite into a black hole, upload the footage? I'm just confused.
Right.
So everything I learned about black holes, that camera should be long gone, or whatever went in that black hole
right.
should be long gone.
Well, no, I mean,
The outside of the black hole web or the inside of the black hole? I think that's what he's asking.
So basically, what they were able to do was take the image on the satellite and then superimpose it, right? Like zoom in and then kind of make a motion picture out of it, right?
Okay.
Like zoom in and kind of show you the process,
Okay.
right?
I thought they flew into a black hole. I'm like, they're dead.
Nah.
Bro,
nah.
4 times the size of the sun? Come on.
I'm shook.
That's OD.
I'm shook.
That's OD.
I mean, like, and the reason why and the reason why it's considered a black hole is because there is no indication of other stars inside of it. So that means that like the next galaxy is that much farther between where we are and the next one. Some Star Wars shit, man.
An astronomer. I respect that. I do.
I'm not, but yeah, man.
Telescope,
Crazy.
I've never looked inside a telescope.
I have
Really?
it, but
Yeah.
bruh, UConn, and it's like one of the only universities in the Northeast that has these different kinds of telescopes that can really that can look through your phone and break down it by by the smallest element. And I mean, I'm talking, it's like crazy, bro.
Oh
Like
wow.
it's like really crazy. I mean, like they can split a device in half without even touching it.
Yikes.
Oh wow.
It's crazy. Yeah. So, to kind of move on really quickly, have y'all heard about the American reporter that was killed in Israel?
Tell us about it.
American reporter, man, was killed in IDF, in the IDF, and shit is real, bro. I mean, like they're like we're still learning more about it, but there needs to be an official investigation, because as you both as we all know, like there's a constant conflict between Israel and Palestine,
Mm-hmm.
and the this reporter was Palestinian American, but was over there traveling, doing just on assignment. Um, but it's crazy, man. Like we got this going on. That's a constant, right? Israel Palestine, and then I say like we as world citizens. There's also the the war in Ukraine. Um, and when we got on the pod earlier, I said to y'all like I'm like exhausted, like not physically, like mentally tired,
Yeah.
right? Like gas prices got me freaking
Yeah.
uh, whatever, right? And then it's got all this uncertainty with what's going on in the world. So how are y'all feeling about what's happening? I mean, I like more so. How are you doing with it all?
I honestly try not to consume it. Like I purposely don't consume it. Like I told you before, like when we started. First of all, very random, but shout out to Eli. Happy birthday, Eli.
Happy birthday to
And the
Eli.
reason
Yeah.
why I
Happy
say happy
birthday,
birthday,
Eli.
Eli, is because I personally didn't know because I've not been on social media like that. Like I've turned off my notification. I've been purposely trying to disconnect, um, because being so connected is actually very very draining. As contrasting as that sounds, like being connected actually drains my battery. So I purposely I don't consume it because I know how it could realistically affect me. And while it's like, you know, I guess you can say I'm oblivious to a lot of things, but ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? So like I would advise you to get a little more disconnected, and I can provide you with some like tangible ways that have actually been very, very, very effective. So I'm cool because I've not been consuming it at all.
I hear you.
I literally just try to stay away from everything. I mean, I'm still on social media, but not like that much. I literally just try to stay off certain sites, to try to stay on things that help me relax my mind, like more music sites. So a lot of Spotify, been discovering different other music sites. Uh, been tracking my time, my steps more, things like that. Just to see how I'm moving around, being more active. Different apps just to keep me away from what's really going on in the world. Because I mean, even though we're supposed to be in, like because we're podcasters, we're supposed to be in the world, see what's going on in the world so much. But sometimes you just gotta stay away from it because a lot of things you're just not ready for right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, the gas prices have been bothering me because
Okay.
I drive far to go to work, so the gas prices have definitely
Mm-hmm.
have been bothering me. I just feel awful for the people that's going through the war, uh, over in Ukraine, and then still in the Israel Palestine war as well. I don't know. I just feel bad, man. It's a tough situation, man. But I try not to ponder on it, but I do feel. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
yeah, that's where I'm at
Yeah, I
right now.
mean, like for me, man, like I'm not ruminating over it, but it for me, like I start my day out, bro. Like give my 5 minutes. What's happening in the world? I might turn on the news. Like I may watch news usually in the morning if I'm home and I'm able to. I'll sit down and watch the 7 o'clock news. That's more of a, I guess, a behavior that's just ingrained in me from as a kid, right? My mom, news in the morning, 7 o'clock in the evening kind of thing. Uh, and so it's hard, man, because it's like it for me selfishly, which isn't the right way to go about it. Staying connected to at least what's happening in our like around us, it helps me to continue to stay grateful for what I got.
Facts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Word.
so yeah.
I definitely watch the local news every once in a while, but like sometimes you gotta turn it off, bro. Like we told you before, like step away from the NPR like for a day. You know what I mean? Because it bogs you down. It does.
It do.
Does. So sometimes you just gotta
It's a weight.
not do it. But nah, thanks for asking, Webb.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, man.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's boost the mood a
Pick
bit.
it up. Well,
I can
And
definitely do that.
let's
go.
I mean, you can't really boost the mood if you're a
Let's
Lakers
go.
fan.
let's do it.
Wow.
Or a Knicks fan, or a Clippers fan. Own up to it.
Wait a minute.
Dom, I'm on your side again.
No. Dom. I didn't say.
I knew my
Dom.
Knicks weren't making the playoffs.
Dom.
Wow.
Listen, I didn't have quiet and PG, but other than that, Dom, go ahead. Dom, I'll let you tee off on that man right quick. He talking shit.
No,
I'm
it's
saying
just
he a
crazy.
Knicks fan,
It's
okay?
crazy.
A Knicks fan,
It's
okay?
just crazy how the world just celebrates the Lakers,
I see it. It's crazy.
like not not getting to the playoffs,
I know, right?
like
Wow.
for example, like the
Mhm.
Knicks, like we're kind of used to them not making the playoffs, kind of like the Clippers.
I'm with you. Why you coming at me for?
I'm just saying, Wayne.
I mean, listen, before this last championship,
Listen,
the Lakers
yeah,
were the
listen, y'all
Cowboys of basketball.
Listen, y'all not used to winning, so I understand why you would feel like that when you're not used to winning.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because the Knicks' last championship was in 1970. What?
two.
Oh, two.
1972.
Damn, who was born on this podcast?
Wiley.
Anybody born on this podcast?
And Webb.
Well,
Webb was born in 61. Hugh was born in 53.
But yeah, I just.
And you were
like
born in 1990. You want to ask me how?
Wow.
Wow. Whoa.
Suck. No, man.
Oh my God! What is going on?
You see?
That took a sharp left.
And then
It didn't take a left. It took a
wait,
sharp left.
wait. A second
That
ago,
shit busted Yui.
a second
Goddamn.
ago, y'all was coming at me for introducing the phrase, but
Listen,
you know what? It comes into play. It comes into play almost.
I lashed out.
But he did.
Webb did it first.
People,
Webb did it first.
Oh, wow. People, before I was really interrupted by the slander towards Dom's $100 million Lakers.
Cat.
My name
Oldest
is
team
Hugh.
in the league, man.
Hey. I'm not saying anything about that man's team. I'm going to leave it at that. All right? I'm just saying. Jeannie Buss was very upset.
She was.
Okay.
And she should be.
$100 million.
And she should be.
But I am Hugh L. Jones, people. And I'm here to talk sports with my guys. And hopefully they'll talk back if it's not Lakers slander. Right, Dom?
All right. Yep. Go ahead. Keep going.
Or Cap's knees, because, he's never going to be an athlete again. But, all right. Let's talk about playoff news.
Hey, yeah.
Let's talk some playoff news.
Yeah,
Because I'm telling you right now,
I
Dom, did you
respect
see
it.
last night's game? Did you see any of last night's game?
I did.
Because I'm telling you right now, Game 7, I know it wasn't last night, but Game 7 of Boston Milwaukee is a series to talk about. I don't care about any other series right now but that series right now.
Listen. I want the Celtics to go to the finals because I want to go to an NBA Finals game.
And I'm agreeing with him. So, Cap, make some space on the couches. Me and Dom
I
coming through real soon to skip some
Yeah.
games,
I'll
bro.
definitely go
I need to see. I need to go. I want to be in the NBA Finals atmosphere.
there.
Granted, that shit about to cost like $1.5 grand.
No, we could buy tickets day off for like 100 days. No bull.
I think it's gonna be way more. It's gonna be way more, bro. It's the playoffs. It's gonna be It's gonna be the Eastern Conference Finals in Boston. That's gonna be great.
No, I'm talking about NBA Finals. No, I want them to go to
the last minute tickets is a real thing. Like you buy tickets hour before the game.
Yeah.
You get it for pretty cheap. But
I'm just saying, I would hope so because
that's what we're going for.
If it happened, I'm charging cats like an Airbnb though. I'm charging cats like an Airbnb. I am.
I respect it. You know what? It's gonna be worth it.
He not though.
Listen, it's gonna be worth it.
First off, I don't go through.
What a
Cap.
guy.
I don't go through Cap for my
What a
reservations.
guy.
So I'm good. So I don't go through that man for my reservation. So I'm fine. So I have a free space anyway. But who y'all got winning that series? Because I know everybody's been watching this series. Me and Dom. I don't know if Cap. I don't know if Cat's been watching the
Uh,
series. I mean, he probably does because he
okay.
loves to see Giannis dunk on people. So
I
Okay.
could say I'm a
I
Celtics
would
fan
like.
now, to be honest. So I've been watching
Okay.
since
I
I've been in
respect it.
Boston. I've enjoyed going to Celtics games. It's been cool. So I'd like to see the
It's
Celtics
been
wins,
a
but I think Giannis. I feel like when Giannis wants to have his way, he has his way, and I think
but he had
he gonna
44 the
dunk on
last
everybody.
game. I think he had his way, but it just
Mm.
Dom.
I don't
I'll give
know,
it to
man.
y'all.
I mean, like this, the Celtics not only held Kevin Durant below something like 40% from the field,
They
they're holding Giannis below 40% from the field,
are they?
right?
He had
They are
44.
though.
He had 44 that loss. Are they
Yeah,
holding
but I
that man
mean,
down?
so no, so like it's okay to have 44 points, but were they 44 volume shot points or were they
Oh,
44 efficient? Like Giannis out of all players in the league is a efficient scorer, right? So like he has to take more shots, exert more energy, plus he's playing crazy defense on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you're gonna have an accumulative effect on his game and his play style. The Celtics are going to win this game 7.
but in a typical NBA game,
Yeah, I want them to win it too.
I want the Celtics to win. But again, that dark horse is Giannis because he can actually go for like God knows 50 the next game just
But
to win it.
I think he needs Chris Middleton for this one now. I feel like this is
He
the
needs
game
a
where
shooter.
I just feel like this is the game when it's gonna show that Chris Middleton was needed. This is gonna be the game, and they're gonna fall short. Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wayne look like Chris Middleton. He do.
I wish I had his big. If I had his big account, I would be happy with that, but I don't. I have his hairline probably. But other than
Wayne
that,
look like Portis.
Ouch. He do.
Wow.
But he do
you look
though.
like Popeye Jones, bro. You
He
know,
do,
hey,
though.
look that up.
And
Hey,
All right, look that
He
up.
do.
Siakam.
You know what? You know, Cap.
He said
Cap, when
Siakam?
you get
Yeah.
You
Cap,
use that. You
chance,
use
look up-
you use that already. Q. We know.
God look like Bismack Bianco.
Hey,
Wayne look like Taco Fall. Fuck Wayne.
hey, yo, leave Wayne alone, man.
done nothing to these dudes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Done
Sick.
nothing to these dudes. But let me continue on.
Uncanny, bro. Uncanny.
I'm trying to figure out how I look like Taco Fall, and Wiley looks
Hey,
way more like Taco Fall than I do. He's short, stubby,
I'm
and bald.
sweating.
Taco Fall's just taller,
I'm
but it's
sweating.
fine.
Yo,
Other
bro,
than that,
you and him uncanny, bro. No problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Wayne. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
I'll wait for Wiley to finish his cackling.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm sweating. I can get out of here. I'm dying.
I'm waiting for Wiley to finish his cackling. I got to be
My
respectful.
God. Yikes.
Are you
Go
done?
ahead.
Are you done?
I think so.
Thank you. All right. Also, another game.
Got it,
something to look at.
Taco.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so another game 7 to look at. Dallas versus Phoenix. Don, what you got for that one?
Yo,
I feel like
listen.
that's a good
So
series right there,
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted when it comes to this one because on one hand, I want Chris Paul to go because I want him to win a championship because he deserves one. But I want to see Luka go far at a young age. So I'm conflicted. But I'm leaning more towards Chris Paul. But if Luka wins, I'm gonna be happy too. But I'm thinking the Suns are gonna take it.
They
I
saying
just
Chris
think
Paul hasn't been
experience.
doing this thing though, right? Chris Paul been kind of slacking.
Nah, Chris Paul's been slacking the whole
He
series.
has. He's been slacking the whole series.
But you gotta give it to that Dallas team though. They really have a
No.
game plan to shut him in, Booker down.
And they're doing way better without Porzingis, which is I thought it was a dumb move, but no, it worked out. It's so much better. Everybody hustles now.
It was the best move
Yeah.
because it opens up the post more and it opens up more spacing for shooters because he was taking way more shots that he didn't need to when he needed to be in the post.
Right.
Now they're giving more post play to get more rebounds, and it's just been a good series.
Yeah,
too.
I don't know. It's between. I
But
don't know.
now
I
here's
think
the question: who would you want to see Golden State play in the Western Conference Finals?
I would want them to. I would want them to play the Phoenix Suns, just because it's more of a matchup because everybody has players. Like
Yeah.
everybody has players. Like as far as like if the Mavs win,
They're gonna wipe the floor with Dallas.
they're gonna spank Dallas. It's gonna be so crazy. All you gotta do is stop Luka. You stop
Not
Luka,
competitive.
you stop everybody else. Everybody else is not gonna do shit. Like I mean, granted, Jalen Brunson had a few good games, but he's not. That's not consistent. So if you take Luka out the game, so that's why I feel like if they play the Suns, like every team is kind of deep. So it'll be a good one to watch.
That'd be a good
Yeah,
one to watch.
I
Yes.
mean, like, honestly, man, like I feel like at this point now, it's probably going to be Suns versus the Celtics in the finals.
Nah,
Can't call it too
yo,
soon like that.
Suns,
That's too early.
Suns.
That's
Miami's
I
too
mean,
looking real
I'm
early.
sorry,
good.
I'm sorry. Warriors, Celtics in the finals.
Still can't call it too early.
Warriors.
Can never call it too
Nah,
early.
man.
Never call it too early.
Listen, Jimmy Butler is the best player in the playoffs right now.
Yep.
Just saying.
That Miami team
Up
is a
until
very scary
up
team.
until he meet up against some Celtics.
Nope, that Miami
I
team
don't
is a
know,
very
man.
scary team. If it's not Jimmy Butler, it's definitely that white boy named Hero, because that boy can go off for 30 any given day.
Bro, they have players. They have a deep team too. Like that's why you need to have a deep team in the playoffs. And every team
Yeah.
that's in the playoffs that's left, they all have deep teams except the Mavs.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have special players,
I
special
mean,
teams.
They don't because their bench is not deep. Every other team that's in it right now has a deep bench.
all right. Can I ask you guys a question? All right, Dom, I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
So, and I've been I should have googled this like many years ago, but because you're a Roomba, I want to know if you know. So,
He knew. He knew.
Pressure.
when a team that has home court advantage starts a series and they lose that first game,
Uh-huh.
I thought that they were supposed to, like, you know, the team that was on the other side, right, that doesn't have home court advantage, now has the final game in a 7-game series. What is
No.
that like?
No. So how about
So then why do they say they lost home court advantage?
because they lost one game at home, and it's gonna be tougher. So they give the other team they have 2 games at home now, and they have a better chance to go up 3-1. You know what I mean? Because if you win both games at home, and if you lose the next 2, the series is still even. You know what I mean? But if they
Gotcha.
steal one, and then they win it they go up 3-1. Now you got to fight back from 3-1. You know what I mean? So it just makes the series a little tougher for you, as far as as far as if you're gonna win or not. It just makes it a little tougher for you. That's all.
Yeah.
And plus you lost one because you really have 4 games. If you're the higher seed, you have 4 games in the series at home. Now it's back. Now it's even. Now it's 3-3 because they stole one from you. So now it's even. Now the series is more even.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha. I was making it more complicated in my mind.
And to add to that, the format goes 2-2-1-1-1. So it goes 2 home games for the high seed team.
Yep.
So if Suns have a home game, 2 games in Phoenix. After that, it's 2 games in say Boston. Then it goes 1-1-1 after all the way to 7. That's how they break down the NBA finals.
Oh, so, no! What? I thought the finals was different. I thought the finals.
No, every one of them. Higher seed gets the first 2 games.
Okay, no,
and then they break it down like that. So
okay,
because then the is always like you had it right.
I thought somebody gets 3 games. I thought somebody got 3 games in a row.
They have to break it down evenly, so it has to be 2-2-1-1-1.
Oh, okay. I thought I just thought in the finals.
Yeah.
I know the rest. Are
I think in the finals it is different, Dom.
It's a little different. That's what I thought. I'm not.
It's all the same, but we'll see. But speaking of the finals, they have new awards coming to this year. Contributed to the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals, and they will be named after Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. Quick applause for that, because I got a question for you guys. All right, because this is the first time they did this. They have other trophies. So
Right.
Participation trophies.
basically,
Right. Yeah.
one of them.
Right.
It's called a contribute trophy. We'll get into that one later. But you guys being such Hall of Fame people that you are,
Thank you.
what would you want your trophy to be to somebody to get? What would you name your trophy? What would the award be for that trophy?
Well,
the Dom Gouch trophy for.
Well, it depends on what I've done in the league. So, for example, the reason why I feel like they did that.
Not league, just in general. Like
It's the finals MVP. The best of the best player in the finals, whatever the final is.
Not even basketball, just in general.
That's what I'm saying. Finals MVP, anything like of the top stature, either MVP or championship MVP. That's it.
Basically.
Cap, what you got?
Anything, whatever means you're the best, basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
Champion style.
So if I'm hearing Hugh right, I would want my
the
so
golden
like
wheelbarrow.
are you asking us? Yeah,
Okay.
it would have to be a golden wheelbarrow,
There we go.
and it would be called
Uh,
the hardest worker award,
Here we
right?
go.
Because hauling wheelbarrows around is hard
I
work.
respect that.
okay, so mine could be a Roomba.
Hard
Here we
work.
go.
But it'll be,
You see where I'm getting?
but it'll be
You see
MVP.
where I'm getting at
But it'll
now?
be
Let's go,
MVP,
Phillies.
MVP
Go.
or
Let's
championship
go.
MVP. Roomba, championship MVP or regular MVP. Roomba, a big ass Roomba.
A big ass rumba.
Fucking a platinum Roomba. I respect it.
Platinum Roomba. Dami G Award goes to Finals MVP, big ass Roomba.
There we go, Cap. You wanna change your
No.
wanna change your trophy? It's still gonna be just like that.
Whatever means you're the best. A golden chair.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Captain Cap trophy.
A golden
For the best
chair
of the
and a
best.
microphone. Yeah.
A golden chair.
That'd be fire.
Champion
That'd be
level.
fire.
That golden chair would be fire, bro.
Yeah. It would be uncomfortable.
With Cap in the with the image of Cap leaning forward, because that's how he do it.
Basically.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how. Just like how the MVP trophy is. You got Cap in the chair leaning forward. I see.
Bronze.
Okay.
Thinking outside
Okay,
the box.
so I have another question. So, what award should Michael Jordan be named after? Like what should he be the?
So,
Because Bill Russell being the Finals MVP, I
that's
get
like-
it. I get it. Listen,
Who's
I
the
get it, but I
the
don't.
league MVP named after? Who's the
So
league?
that's what I would say. It would be if it's not Larry, if it's not named after Jerry West right now. I would think
I think it,
Michael Jordan should be. I'm not.
Michael Jordan should be the MVP then.
Michael Jordan should be the
league
MVP. Yeah, league MVP trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, like you get the Michael Jordan MVP award.
It's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah.
It does because there's no
Yeah.
because they
Or
already named
the finals MVP because Bill Russell was playing against dentists. So,
yeah, but then then they have
like, I can't, like, I respect it, but I
Playing
can't.
against out of shape people.
Yo,
The
like,
plumbers, man.
after the game, after the game, they got to do a house job, man. Like,
he's playing with dudes that had Cap knees and Wiley's actual age.
so that's why I think that it should be Jordan for the NBA Finals MVP. It should be the Michael Jordan Award because he
Because
six straight
Kobe's
against
all-star.
super physical, super competitive time in the NBA.
But-
He brought the NBA back out of the dark times. Well, first it started with Magic and Larry. That's why they got the awards for the Eastern and Western because they brought the league back.
Yeah.
Yeah, their rivalry was like the number one rivalry. Not just them, not just the Boston Lakers. I'm talking about from when they was in college.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So these dudes been at it for years.
They owned the '80s
Mm-hmm.
until '89 when these dudes won it, the Bad Boys. But they had it from '79 to '88. That's a long time.
You gotta respect that, though. You gotta respect that.
And then Jordan in there just averaging 35 in the '80s. That's just crazy, bro. That's how the league changed.
What else you got
You
here?
know, speaking of the league, but how the league hasn't changed much. Brittany Griner is still detained in Russia's prison, and she just got an added 30 days to her sentence, making this 85 days she's been detained. Russia just recently let go a U.S. naval officer, I believe. I'm sure, and we just got a lot of questions to why they're not why she's not back. A lot of WNBA and NBA players are still questioning this same thing, and it's sickening to me because I seen an image the other day. I was in a bank of her getting walked from her like cell to like I guess outside, but she had a hoodie on covering her face, and it's just think like, is it that big of a? I know it's that big of a deal, but at this point, she should have been back by now because the WNBA season just started 2 weeks ago, and she's still not playing.
Okay, so for me, I blame the WNBA to start off because they don't pay them enough, and they have to go overseas to go play. So I blame the WNBA just the fact that they're not paying them enough for them to just stay here where she could have been safe, still hit the lawn, and would have been all right.
Right.
But
he's right.
But no, but now they have to go overseas and play in these countries where where the rules are a little different, so they got to move different. But she wanted to be her, and you can't be her, and you can't be yourself over there. And they're keeping her because she's a big name. So I guess she's a big name. So and it keeps
big name, and they're trying to get something big from America.
And it keeps them relevant. It keeps their name out there. Like along with the war, they got this too. Like it. So, yeah. They're keeping her for the name, and they want something like you said, Wiley. They want something big.
They want something big from America. I mean, like So I mean, because like that's how like the American Homeland Security was able to get back that you know other detained person, right? It was a prisoner swap, right? There was a dude here in America who was Russian who was arrested and detained for drug trafficking, right? So they swapped him over.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but you see, you couldn't even name the naval dude, but you could name
Right.
Brittany Grant off the rip.
Yeah.
and that's the sad part about
That just shows like, cause that could have been a swap right there. Boom, and it's over.
it. The WNBA got to do better.
But they gotta pay with the WNBA. They have to pay these women more. That's the only way to make them stay here, so that things like this don't happen. And I hope that this is a wake up call for them. Seriously, I really do.
The
Also-
WNBA needs to make more money.
Also, that's what I'm
That's
about to
true
say.
too.
Hold up. We should also be to blame at this point because just as much as we are hardcore NBA fans, we also need to be WNBA fans. I'm a WNBA fan, trust me. All right.
Yeah.
My Connecticut Suns are a great team. My New York Liberties are an awesome team too. I'm not biased to these women because women's basketball, top-notch athletes. First of all, top-notch athletes. They deserve way more than what we've been giving them. Not only WNBA, but college athletes. If you've seen in recent years how they treat the college women's athletes with their equipment, their travel, WNBA players are traveling commercial, while NBA players are traveling private. I'm just saying, at some point, the league and us as fans have to look at ourselves and really support.
I can't blame. Okay, so I can't blame the fans because
I can't.
sorry, it's not as entertaining.
It's not,
but there's not. So they're not gonna get the money like that. But I just feel as though that there's so much money being passed around that they should have a strong enough budget to take care of that. Granted, I know they're not making it because everybody, it's not as fun to watch. No one's dunking, and
But see,
and the
that's what-
college
that's
is
what
in
it
the
is
college
right
is the
there.
peak.
That's what they. I'm not saying that's you per se, but that's what the ignorance of the sport is about. Now, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
like
I
the,
get it.
just like women's soccer. We can't say nothing about our women's soccer team. We can say, "Oh, that's women's soccer. They suck." No, they don't. Our women's soccer team is way better than our men's soccer team,
That's
but
a
our
fact.
men's soccer team gets way more money than our women's soccer team.
That's a
So
fact.
you understand, like in a sense, at some point, I get it. They're not dunking. Well, some of them are now. They're not dunking. They're not doing the flashy stuff. At the same time, we still got to support our women's sport.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that. I definitely agree with that. But I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's just gonna be tougher. But
It is.
but there's enough money to go around where they can pay these women more. I'm sorry, there is enough money around.
But just to about to close up my segment because I don't really like because in this pod we really don't like to talk much about this man right now. But I guess Tom Brady, right, dude, when he like officially retires, whenever that is, probably the same time Cap knees is actually gonna start working. Shots.
You're so upset at the tackle foul. You're so upset.
I'm
It's the
gonna let
third
it fly
shot in
all
my
day.
knee. I only got
I'm gonna
two
let it
knees.
fly
That's
all day.
three. That's three knee shots. I only got two knees. Come on, bro. Really? Go ahead.
I'm there. So Tom Brady is after he officially retires, will be getting like the most obscene contract for an athlete after sports will ever get to be a television media personnel. I don't know what they call them people no more.
Yeah, an analyst.
Elite analyst. Elite analyst.
Because there's a bunch of different things.
No, he won't be color.
That's why I said I didn't know, Wally. Thank you for clarifying. Oh, I'm sorry, Wally.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to.
But all right,
people are gonna be on our comments.
So he is getting a. Damn, I had it in.
He in like 300 something million.
375 million
after 5 million.
That's crazy, yo. And
375
he
million.
made
for 10.
less playing football.
He's made for
And for 20
football.
years.
He made over 333,
Something, yeah, something
35.
Like that. Something
million.
like that. Yeah.
So yes, that's the richest contract for anybody. I'm talking about anybody. I mean, and we have.
That's 7 Super Bowls. You better pay me.
I mean, shoot. You pay me too.
So that's
Seven.
it's very fair. You don't always get one of the goats to then turn around
Right.
and analyze a game. Like he's going to be one of the most valuable
Oh.
broadcasters in football since Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
while Tony Romo's
I was
analysis
about to
is
say.
extremely valuable, it's going to be Tony Romo who? Tony Romo wasn't a GOAT. You want to hear Tony Romo's analysis. It's like when Kobe came out with his whatever he was doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's such valuable insight. The fact that Shaq is on, and on TNT, like that's valuable
Yeah.
sports knowledge
Mhm.
coming from
Well,
one of the best ever. So that's a check that
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised at. It might be excessive, but I mean, it's Tom Brady.
And I'm
He's the greatest
glad
football
that you
player of all
said
time.
that. And I'm glad you said that.
Yep.
Because after my further research, so the network actually did this because they realized, just like what Cap said, the bigger the name, the more views. So with this, Fox Sports is hoping to bring in way more viewership.
Bro,
to the
listen.
session.
Listen. Tom Brady first day on TV, nigga, they're gonna get so many eyes to their channel, just
gonna break the
so
channel.
people can hear what Tom Brady does.
On Brady channel.
It might, like on some real, like it really might. Just saying.
But can we boo Tom Brady because he went to Fox? Why didn't he go to ABC or CBS?
I mean, Fox is where
Fox got the bag, bro. Like, what can
Fox
I say?
has, yeah, Fox got the bag, and Fox got the Super Bowl.
They do.
Wait,
They do.
and Fox get the Super Bowl, right?
No,
Right, yeah,
it's
so-
CBS, right?
No, CBS.
Well,
I mean,
that
like, it
was-
rotates. It
And-
rotates.
but
It rotates.
If you think about it, if that, I think CBS does it. But think about it, if Fox has Tom Brady, they'll definitely get the Super Bowl. Like they can negotiate to get that. So just think about that in the long run. That might be another.
we have
big
Tom
thing.
Brady.
Right, we have Tom Brady.
I mean, shit, who knows?
Who you gonna
Tom
have?
Brady, the lead analyst, might be trash.
That's a fact,
He
too.
might be terrible on. But we've
might.
seen him behind the mic. Like we've seen him in the media. He's comfortable, right?
He is. He is.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
he
he
ain't
still
gonna be
might
as
be
bad as
trash. You know
Randy
he's
Moss when
comfortable.
Randy Moss first started. Randy Moss was
everybody can't be John Madden. Everybody can't be John Madden.
Oh, wait. No, he was a Raiders coach, right?
Who?
Madden, yeah.
John Madden. Yeah, I know. I was just checking.
Oh.
He was.
I know. I was just checking.
Mr.
That was your
So that
one
was
chip
saying
back in the
this is
50s?
one-
It was.
Oh,
I don't have one,
I mean,
yikes!
so I don't have one.
I don't
I
know
don't.
either. I can't say.
oh
that.
yeah, Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Titans.
Yeah, we can't. I guess.
We're a newer team. We're a newer team. We're younger.
Fairly new. Fresh out the gates, but Cat, with that being said, play my theme music.
I respect it.
I respect
All
it.
right. So I'm gonna try to make this pretty quick because I'm sweating and I want to get out of here. So I am. So the detrimental moment of the week is a two-parter. First,
Cap off.
no, this is my persona on the podcast. This is me having a hat on. I intentionally have a different hat on every podcast. It's just part of my persona. I want to be like who was it? Like Neo. You don't really see Neo without his hat very often. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to be surprised when they see me without my hat. Feel me? So it's all about my.
There's a reason.
No, it's just a part of my podcast persona. You can't, Wayne. If anybody's gonna call it a hairline, you're the last person to do it. So let's just
But
so
wait, but
sit
no,
back.
no, I take pride in I take pride in my hairline. You know this, so don't do that. I
Sit-
say it every
I
day.
have-
The forehead gag. So
Sit back, Wayne. Taco, relax. So the detrimental moment of the week is Taco. Anyways, no. Detrimental moment of the week goes to an Alabama correctional officer who broke out an inmate. Former Alabama, excuse me, I'm using my southern accent. Former Alabama correctional officer
Yikes.
Vicky White helped an inmate by the name of Casey White escape from prison last week. Despite the last names, they're not related, but I'm 102% sure they were steezing. They were dating for 2 years.
Yeah.
And on the last day of this correctional officer's work, she was about to retire. The day before she retired, she decides to escape with the inmate after a fake court appearance. The
No, doctor's appointment. It was a doctor's appointment, I think.
No,
Was it?
wasn't doctor's appointment.
No.
Casey White, the inmate, was already serving a 75-year sentence and awaiting trial for a murder when this all occurred. So, like, he needed to be in jail. But anyways, about a week went by before they were
Forever.
found. A car chase ensued, and Vicky took her own life. Sad ending, but when Vince Staples said free the homies, this is not what he was talking about. Vicky was wilding.
Yikes.
Alabama, please keep Casey locked up. And that's the first detrimental moment of the week. Now, the second detrimental moment of the week is I'm not necessarily sure who to attribute it to, but this is kind of the best place that this topic fit into the podcast. So this is not necessarily attributed to any one person. It's more so the situation is pretty detrimental to a lot of people. So YSL, which actually stands for Young Stoner Life Records, which is Young Thug's record label and conglomerate. YSL, which including Young Thug and Gunna, two rappers if you're not familiar, were recently indicted on RICO charges along with 28 other co-defendants on RICO charges and 56 counts of just criminal activity, from drugs to guns to gang activities and putting out hits on people. So Young Thug and Gunna are in jail right now on some very, very serious charges. If people don't know what a RICO is, it stands for Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. It's a federal law that is designed to combat organized crime in the United States. It's very hard to get out of. They got 10 years worth of charges on these guys. And they're using their lyrics and social media to put the nail in the coffin. So I think the whole situation is detrimental, but I do want to know your thoughts on it, specifically you, Dami G, because I remember you were very interested in the topic a few months ago when they actually let a bunch of people, they actually like bailed a bunch of people out of jail. So I don't know, what are your thoughts on these recent charges and kind of what the legal system is currently doing to these rappers?
I mean, it's unfortunate, man. Like, cause you have these guys, they have so much power and influence, like, and they use it in good, but obviously they use it in bad also.
Right.
If you did it, man, damn, I just feel bad because these are two really good rappers, and I just feel like the system just they do it to all the rappers. They look for small little things to get you. So just don't even put it in your music, man.
If they
But
ship Young Thug up to your prison, will you ask for an autograph?
dot dot.
That's crazy,
What y'all think? What y'all think? I got any thoughts about this situation, Webb or
bruh.
Q?
I've been looking into it too, and it's crazy. Just the names because this Young Thug and Gunna, but it's just not just them. They're like they do what they're doing what they're supposed to do as a group. They're supposed to be the faces, doing media and all that. But the other dudes that down with them, bro, they was doing some
They
foul stuff,
gangsters.
like some real foul stuff. So there's like Gunna and them was really like they said what I found out that Gunna and Young Thug was really just like sending them to do the dirty work. Like, yo, you go take care of this and
Mm-hmm.
take care of that because they was going
Some real boss,
Young
my boss
Thug,
type shit.
right? Because Young Thug and them was going after YM Lucci, the one,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. So apparently they put a hit on him in jail. So
Twice.
there's YSL members, twice, but it's crazy, like to think that these rappers, all this money that they making, right? And they still in these streets doing this gangster stuff. Like, bro, you can leave it alone at this point. You making enough. Like, yo, y'all be rapping about y'all chains cost like a house. Go buy your man's a house. Don't have them going out there killing somebody. Buy your man's a car. Give him a job. But these dudes got some other. The job they had these dudes doing is. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
I don't know. For me, man, and this is the detrimental. I'm gonna step into a different persona for a second, right? Like at
Reach
some
for it, Webb.
point, right? Kind of,
Okay, go ahead.
right?
Don't bring him up.
Criminals, for some reason, man, I don't understand. People who are who are criminal, who have criminal behavior, just don't recognize that maybe I should move a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I can still do whatever I think I need to do because that's part of my lifestyle, but move differently, right? Like I don't know, and it's like it really takes a step back. It's like you take a shot at your own intelligence when you do stuff like that, putting
Yeah.
it in your music. You know what I'm saying? Being wildly kind of like open about it and all that stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, man. It's just like
They're the
But
real
question.
detrimental podcast. They're the real detrimental podcast.
yeah,
But like,
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
good.
like,
Detrimental
what if
records.
that's all they? What if that's all they know? You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, like some people are put in situations where that shit is all they know, and I see it firsthand. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
then like these dudes, like they can't shake it. Like it's tough to
That's
hmm
shake.
yeah.
Like
That's why I
as much
still
as
ride with
you
Kodak.
and like that's like as much as you try to talk positive to them, and some of these they just love it. They just being out here. That's just what it is, and it's so
Just
unfortunate.
who they
It's
are.
It
sad.
Yeah.
is.
yeah. It is really unfortunate, man, because like for me, man, like I always thought about it like this, Tom. Like the people who kind of fall into that cycle, like they just beyond poor decision making, right, and options and choices to make better choices.
Right.
I think there's this concept of arrested development,
Mm.
right, where like their development just stopped,
Yeah.
right, and certain parts of their
That's real shit.
capacity to make those decisions,
Right.
to make those choices, to make better. You know what I'm saying? To make a
Right.
better situation for themselves, and it's just unfortunate because it's a cycle until somebody
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
dies or they get put in prison for the rest of their life.
Yeah, bro. It's different, man. It's
Uh,
different.
yeah. So I mean, wishing them the best if they are not guilty of the crimes that they're accused of, and if they are guilty of the crimes that they're accused of, wishing them the best still, because there's a minimum. I think 5 to 20 years that they could be looking at for the RICO alone, let alone the other 56 counts. Even though they're not all being indicted on all 56 counts, but across the board, there are 56 counts across the whole conglomerate.
That's crazy.
So before we hit the timeline, I wanted to quickly double check with you, Dami G. Does anybody have December down this week, or do people get it passed this week?
Um,
You gonna let them live?
Joe Biden has December. No. Joe Biden has December down because the student loans haven't been forgiven. So December down.
Joe
Forgive
Biden.
him.
Simmer down
Come on.
or heat up. I don't know.
Heat it up. He might need to heat it up.
Both.
You
Both.
need to simmer
Both.
down, bro, because I ain't about to pay student loans and gas at the same time.
Yeah, yo, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. The gas $5, student loans. What? Come on, man.
You gotta make a decision, Joe. What you want? You want the student?
For real,
you want, what
bro.
you
Because
want,
I'm not about to be paying you $60 a week, $60 to $100 a
Feel
week
me?
for fucking. You know what I mean?
Y'all paying weekly?
I just put 50.
Oh, you talking about on gas? You
What?
talking about gas? Gas week. I thought you talking about student
Yeah,
gas
gas,
weekly.
bro.
I
I just put 50
thought
in
you
my
paying
tank.
your
I was like,
student
man,
loans
I was
weekly.
hurt.
I say that's beyond me.
Nah.
All right, let's hit the timeline. Couple other things we get up out of here. Shouldn't take too long. Wiley College, no association with Wiley Dawson at all.
There might
No,
be.
not at all. Wiley College, which
Not at all.
is an HBCU, an anonymous donor paid off the graduating class of 2022. He paid off all of their debt, and they found out at graduation. So I think that's pretty cool. I'll applaud it. If nothing else at all.
That is. Oh, Cap. Before you move on from this show, this just came out before we made this agenda. The commencement speaker at Clark Atlanta gave every graduate is
LLC.
promising every graduate an
I saw
LLC.
That's crazy. How does that work?
Pretty dope, too.
Yeah,
How do you
I
give
saw that.
someone an LLC?
That's how you change.
How does that work? I saw that, but I don't understand how that works.
So to establish an LLC isn't difficult. So like really quick, I'm not an expert, but I'll
I
just
guess
say
it's
this,
not
like,
as expensive as paying off debt.
it's not. And like the thing is that I wanna say Walmart is an LLC.
Right. I know what an LLC
Right,
is, but it's just interesting
You know what I'm
concept
saying?
of like gifting an LLC. But I guess,
Basically paying for the fees to establish it, probably even paying the fees and probably helping the idea generation of what kind of business do you want
That
to
would be
start, like
dope.
almost like an
that would
incubator.
be dope. I don't even know what I would do with an LLC right now, but
That's a fact.
But the thing about LLCs is you don't even necessarily have to do anything with it. It could just, like, the way the laws work, it accumulates
Caps.
it accumulates money, or at least like for tax purposes, having an LLC is a good thing over time, from what I'm told.
Yeah.
So like even if you don't even
Yeah,
run
so,
a
like-
business, but having a business license or having an LLC, whether you do something with it or not, like people say, like you should open up an LLC for your kids because by the time they turn 50, there's going to be hella bread. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a good
Yeah.
thing whether you actually do something with it or not.
It's a cool concept, man, especially because like one of the crazy things, like if you do some percentage of most of your work at home, like it's a small percentage, you could then say, okay, my workplace is my home, right? So then you can put your house underneath your LLC. You can put your car underneath your LLC.
Right.
You can write those things
Right.
off. Like it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Anything you buy to do your work, I bought a new computer, I bought a new this, I got a new phone.
That's amazing.
So now it's crazy.
That's amazing. I'm mad I went to Eastern. They didn't give us nothing. They
I-
gave us nothing in Willimantic. They gave us not a damn thing in Willimantic. They gave us a little book that didn't even have the diploma in it. It was just a little leather
At
book.
all. At all.
Basically.
In
It
other
was for
news,
show. It was for show.
all for show. For the flick. It was for the flick that I don't even have anymore.
They were
So
Right.
facts.
The FDA, the FDA recently approved latex underwear that protects against STIs. Any comments on that post?
Happy I'm not single.
Facts.
Right,
It's crazy out there, folks.
What I'll say about it is,
bro.
Strap up.
what I'll say
Yo,
It's
is,
spooky out here. You heard?
this might be
first off, before you
detrimental.
say something,
Go ahead.
before you let that, yo, if you really gotta, if that's the thing we invented in 2022, bro,
Man.
yo, yeah, at this point, bro, I
Bro,
don't know.
I'm telling you, bro. Soon as you have everything right at the tip of your fingers, you're gonna have everything right at the tip of your fingers.
Well, you remember,
No
yo,
pun
y'all remember
intended.
that movie? Oh,
I think that's it.
y'all remember that movie?
No
Y'all
pun
remember
intended.
Demolition Man? You remember
Who?
Demolition Man?
Mm-hmm.
You remember when he put on the goggles and that's how he used to have sex in the movie? That's how it's gonna be in the near future. Because, bro, at this point, I'm not. That's wild crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
remember
wild
that.
crazy.
All I'll say about it is if you got to get neck with latex draws on or any prophylactic for that matter, then that's probably neck you shouldn't be
Yeah.
getting.
Right.
Random neck is dangerous. Stay away.
It is.
Might be exciting, but it's dangerous. So stay away. In other news, the crypto market, in financial news, the crypto market loses 200 billion in one day, and more than 7 trillion has been wiped from the stock market. I'm not really big into finances at all. I was trying to get into crypto. I know I told y'all to get into crypto, but at this point, throw my whole Coinbase wallet away, knock down the stadium, party done. Shit is real. I lost like $400. I lost like $400. No book. Like $400.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Crazy.
crazy.
In
I
Well, I
crypto, I
mean-
lost $400. In actual stocks, Fidelity, different. So it's real out here right now. Webb, what do you attribute it to,
the
Webb?
number, bro?
So it's a combination of. So I don't know if we were having this conversation, the four of us, but you know, do you know what's the one financial thing? That's probably not the right concept, the right wording. Financial thing that's not taxed, like an element of our economy that's not
What?
taxed. Debt.
How would
Your
that work?
student loan doesn't have a tax on it. You know why? Because that's how wealth is created. Wealth is created by having people by creating debt, essentially, right? So, when the federal government raises the interest rates, even just the small amount that they did, but it's the most that's ever been done,
Yeah.
it hinders the ability for people to go and take out a mortgage, buy a new car, take out personal loans, all kinds of stuff, right? Credit cards, all that, right? So now the federal government's trying to cap people just accumulating more debt so that they can bring inflation down, but it might throw us into a recession because they might have went too aggressive.
Just give me my crypto back, bro.
I mean, at this point, we about to listen.
So the stock market just goes down because of this.
Listen, at this point, we about to go bankrupt and all that with all this gas prices, bro. If I gotta put another 50 in my gas tank just to go down the street, I'm gonna fight somebody, bro. I'm telling the truth.
In other news,
It's
Bruh.
ridiculous.
$70 in my gas tank, bro. I almost cried.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I'll tell you this right now. Since the gas prices have went up, I still have not put a full tank in. I'm still on my 30 beans. 30. I put 30 in. We're gonna cook to the 30.
You don't go nowhere.
I don't go nowhere. I don't. But I still don't. I'm not gonna. For that reason, I have no reason to fill up to full.
Well, not that Cap doesn't go nowhere. Cap uses public transport.
Right. I don't have a need for a car anymore like I used to, because there's no point of driving through Boston to get to work. So yeah.
I wish.
But no,
public transport worked for me.
But you know what's funny? You say that though. Something that's funny. Which has been crazy since gas prices have gone up. The amount of people on the bus has quadrupled, bruh. When I've been taking a bus for a year
mask.
now. You have to wear a mask. I've been wearing the bus for a year now, and for the longest time, it was probably 4 people on the bus. Since gas prices have gone up, the bus has been full. People have been standing. It is insane because that's how you know it's real. People taking the bus.
You want to know what else? In Connecticut, they had, I think it was 6 months or something like that. They made the buses free, so you can ride the bus free. So imagine how packed the buses was. Right, but imagine how the bus was packed like that when it was free. I understand. I'm never getting back on the bus with that, bro. Okay.
I want to go electric so bad.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a
Electric
Tesla.
car.
Shout out Elon for the Tesla. I want one. Meta has disabled Instagram filters. Excuse me. Meta has disabled Instagram filters in Texas and Illinois due to state facial recognition laws. These states actually sued Meta for disobeying these laws because they are accusing them of storing people's biometric data without their consent. While Meta says they're not, they're like, we don't even want to deal with the lawsuit. So you know what? Instagram filters is done in y'all states. Any comments on that?
First off, it might be accurate,
Uh,
might not be accurate, but that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Y'all really gonna ban them in 2 states, just 2 states because of that?
Because they're two states that sued them for what they're
But
doing.
Right.
still,
Right.
I feel like again, this is the thing that the people are gonna be like, yo, this is stupid because a lot of remember Instagram and all that. This is again free speech. We can do whatever we want on these social media sites, filters and all that stuff, right? Feel me? So now you're really cutting that off from the people because you suspect them of doing something when they told you they're not doing it. So now you're cutting something off that the people enjoy because you don't like it in that certain part. That's just stupid to me.
Yeah, but the filters are not
That's all.
necessary. The filters are hella deceptive.
I mean, I'm not doing. I don't
They
care.
are. They are.
Wild
I
deception.
mean, but somebody wants to use their filters. So I mean, why would we want to stop that person from using that?
All the IG Johns are in shambles.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's wild.
They about to move out those states, bro. That's all they.
They have to. They have to. Final couple things. Nike is suing StockX and accusing them of selling fake sneakers. Harachi, how do you feel?
First off, Hirachi people. First off, I'm gonna put this out there. Hirachi does not get his Hirachis from StockX. I get my Hirachis from either Nike.com or Flight Club. And yes, they do cost a lot of money. But from what I learned is that this is just Nike trying to get their money back in a sense because you know how again it's Nike's fault and it still is StockX fault. So it's Nike's fault for all the resells. You know what I mean? You only sell a certain Jordan sneaker for like I got 100 pair of Jordan sneakers this month. You can't get them. You can't get them again. That's it. This is Nike's problem. That shoe gets bought, resold for an umpteenth amount of price. So Nike ain't making the money. These other stocks are making more money off of Nike's blunders. So now this is the problem we have here where fake sneakers are coming through that looks real. So now Nike is saying, oh no, we need to cut them off so we can get the money back over here. So apparently Nike actually bought 4 sneakers from StockX and took it through their own analysts to find out that the 4 sneakers that they bought from StockX was fake. Hence this whole accusation and crime.
Somebody
It's
said they
stupid,
seen you
but it's
buying
funny.
fake Harachis on the app. Somebody said they seen you.
Never, bro.
It was in the
Yeah.
IG
Never.
comments. It was like, yo, y'all
Never.
seen you buying fake Harachis on the app?
I had heard that niggas said that they saw you out there doing that. Just saying.
Fake
People,
Hirachis.
I can actually show you this. I can actually show you the stamps that say Flight Club. The Hirachis and everything.
I mean,
Hirachis and everything.
but here's a quick question for all 4 of y'all. Don't lie, tell the truth.
Definitely wore fake sneakers growing up. But
Okay.
primarily because I
Right.
didn't know. Like I honestly didn't know.
Yeah,
Like I wasn't big into sneakers. I honestly didn't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll tell you right now, freshman year, the sneakers I had, I learned very, very late that they were fake. I had no idea. I just
Freshman year of college or high school?
college. I had no idea. Like I
Oh.
didn't know. Like
What
I was never
sneakers
big
were
into sneakers. I wore Uptowns my entire grade school. Black Ups was all I ever
Okay.
bought. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
seen home.
Thuggish.
You know what I mean?
Thuggish.
Very thuggish. You know what I mean? But growing up,
Nah.
for me growing up, buying sneakers from the dude in the parking lot was like a normal thing. It was almost encouraged, right? So again, I didn't know that.
I never bought seats from a guy in a parking
Nah.
lot. There was an
Yeah.
actual store. There was an actual storefront in
I
Bridgeport
got
on East Main
I
Street.
got mine from the back of the barbershop before.
So
Yeah,
to,
I just
to,
didn't
Yeah,
know.
me too.
to piggyback off Cap, I probably bought it from the same place in Springfield because that's how I got some fake sneakers.
Facts.
I hit the same
Cat didn't,
level.
Cat didn't want to be seen by nobody.
Facts.
Cat was like,
That's where they said they got you in
I went to
Niggas
school
Rochester.
don't know me.
I went to school in Springfield. I went to school out there, so I'm saying when I
Oh,
went to school out
okay.
there, like yeah, that was one of the spots in like
Cabos,
yeah,
bro.
so it was pretty
Cabos.
bad.
Last thing, NASA is sending nude drawings to space in an effort to get the attention of aliens.
that's unnecessary.
I mean, we already got their attention. Why do we need
That's
to
so
get
unnecessary.
even more?
If an alien come down here and violate you
Right.
because what they see in the picture, blame NASA.
They already here.
Right.
Listen, they already here. They already seen it.
Right. They bruh, all the footage.
We are a speck of sand. They are out there. They know where we
They
at.
seen
Right.
they
We don't know
seen
where they
they
at.
seen
They know where
Kim
we at.
K tape. They seen the Kim K tape. They did.
Right,
They
they
did.
did.
They did.
Not Ray J's fault. He just hit it first. Anywho,
They seen.
that's pretty
They
much
seen
it,
the
yo.
Kim K tape.
He did hit it first.
That's it, yo. I'm done. I'm hot. It's a wrap. Web,
It's
what's the
crazy.
quote of the pod?
Quote of the pod, man, is it is what it is.
Okay, I wasn't ready, but I'll take the freestyle. It is what it is.
Message.
Well, nah, I mean, so part of it, is right. Like, there's a level of unreadiness, but at the same time, I think everything we talked about this evening, it kind of, it speaks to your ability to persevere and continue to push, right? And so, like, if you can look at life, I'm not saying that this is for everybody. It's like, yo, it is what it is, right? Like, my mom say that to me all the time, and I never really knew what it was until I got a lot older. But yeah, like, you just gotta. It's a mindset. Perseverance is a mindset. So keep pushing,
I
people.
respect it. Thank you, Web. Thank the listeners. Appreciate y'all listening. Until next time, whenever that is, this is the Detrimental Podcast. Hugh, take us out.
What it is, people. Again, people, I don't want you to go out there telling the world go suck their mother. So don't do that, because that's gonna get you in a lot of trouble.
They're gonna say Hugh told me to do it.
And that's fine, because they're never gonna find me. But people, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Dami G's back 2 times in a row. Maybe he's going back for the next one when we do this again, whenever that is. Again, we have lives, people. We have lives. But this is the Detrimental Podcast, and we out.
Love, folks. Love.
Hand me no feet.